Okay, in today's video, this video will correspond with Module 3, Assignment 2, learning how to animate. So in the lesson, it asked us to type in the code that you can see right here. And what we're going to be doing with this code now, we're going to animate these two ellipses. So you're going to notice I have a red ellipse up here at the top, and that code is at 200 along the X, 0 along the Y, and then obviously it's 50 pixels wide and 50 pixels high. Same thing, I have a blue ellipse down here. It's at 200 on the X and 400 on the Y. So what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to have these two ellipses move in their respective directions. So I'm going to have the red ellipse move down the canvas, and I'm going to have the blue ellipse move up the canvas. So what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to create two new variables, and these variables are going to replace the Y values and their respective colors. So I'm going to start off up here at the top on row 1. I'm going to put var to create my variable, and I'm just going to call this red, RY for red, and along the Y axis. Let's say RY equals, we'll say 0, semicolon, and then I'm going to create a second variable. Let's say var BY for blue along the Y axis equals 400. Now I just gave them their respective values just because we already have those values in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace the Y value right here on row 7. Get rid of that 0, and I'm going to put RY there. Notice nothing happened, nothing moved. And on this blue one, I'm going to replace the 400 with BY. Let's see. So now I have my two variables up here at the top. I have my variables inserted into the shapes. Now the next thing, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to come up here to row 3, and I'm just going to enter twice. I'm now going to create the animation that is needed to set up our animation here. So what I'm going to use a draw equals function. What this will do, it'll run the code over and over and over and over again, continuously, pretty much forever. So I'm going to type in draw, and as soon as I put the equal sign in, you're going to notice it creates that function thing. Now it may look a little funky right now, but please don't worry, and it may at times change the color. But don't panic on that. You're also going to notice I get a restart button down here, and I get these two close parentheses and then these open curly braces. So what I need to do with these curly braces and the semicolon, I'm going to highlight that close curly brace and semicolon, and I'm going to cut it out of there using Control X, and I'm going to paste it down here at the bottom. Notice I even got a warning sign because I removed that. But as soon as I paste it using Control V, notice it goes away. So what this is saying here, all of this code inside of this open curly brace and this closed curly brace, all this code is going to run over and over and over and over again. Right now, if I hit restart, nothing happens because I didn't put any motion in here yet. Okay, so now to get this moving, what I'm going to do here, we're just going to work on the red ellipse first. I'm going to move this RY variable. So I'm just going to come right underneath. I like to place my animations right underneath where I used the variable. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to say RY, and this is kind of like the long version, equals RY plus 1 semicolon. Okay, so what it's saying is RY equals RY plus 1. When I hit my restart, you'll notice that that red variable moves down by 1 pixel at a time. If I hit restart, it'll do it again. If I wanted to go faster, I could increase that number 1, let's say to 10. Notice it goes much quicker. Okay. Now I'm going to do something very similar here for the blue ellipse, or my blue variable, which is BY. Now, what I need to do here, since it's going to be moving up the canvas, it's going from 400 up through 0, I have to use a minus equals. Now I'm going to show you the shortcut way. So I'm going to say BY minus equals 1 semicolon. It's very much the same thing that we used up there. And notice it can move. And if I increase this value, let's say maybe to, let's say something different, let's say 13, notice they go in opposite directions. All right. So obviously this is the longer ry equals ry plus 10, semicolon. This is the shortcut, by minus equals. I could have used, I could reverse these as well. Let's say if I wanted ry plus equals, same thing. So they're the shortcuts. Okay. So hopefully this makes sense. But again, a couple key things here. Variables up or outside the draw equals function. Your draw equals function, remember that close curly brace and semicolon goes at the bottom. All the code that you want to run over and over and over again has to go inside these two curly braces. And that's pretty much it. That's how you make a simple animation. Alrighty, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and have fun with your animations. Alrighty guys, take care.